Hey guys, I'm Nick Capasso.
I'm Connor.
Mitch Ferguson.
And I'm Logan, and we just got done watching the Mean World Syndrome video. So our overall thoughts were interesting. I definitely think what you portray, because even for myself, like when I walk, even when I think about leaving my house or even the possibility, like at nighttime, I have that fear of who's coming or what's going to happen. Like someone could just come in and break in, and I wouldn't even know what to do, really. It would just be something that naturally happens.
And I think, like, you wouldn't normally have that if, like, you didn't watch media or watch movies when that stuff happens. Because that,
exactly.
That stuff, the chances of that actually happening are really rare.
Yeah,
because you see that stuff on, like, TV or whatever, it, like, goes up in your brain. You get anxiety about it.
And you're brought into it kind of when you get from a younger upbringing. You really see kind of like the more negative aspects of the world, and that plays like a huge role in how you think and how you react to things.
Yeah.
So.
The worst is when you're driving home late from work and there's no cars on the road and you literally have one car following you. After you make 3 turns, they're still following you.
Yeah, I think we've all been
everybody.
Yeah, we've all been walking home late at night from class or wherever, and obviously we think the worst because of what we've seen on TV and other things like that.
I think definitely watching stuff on media, like news-wise or anything, especially as a little kid, you get scared, or it makes your brain think a little different. I mean, I remember watching Scooby-Doo when I was little, and I would think sometimes when I went to bed there was like a monster hiding in my closet. So it just makes your brain think.
My mom watches the news every night, and she refuses to stay home alone overnight because she thinks something's going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. My mom is all over the news every day. She texts me as soon as something like big happens, like be careful with this, be careful with that. So that's.
But I think an interesting thing about the news is, and we were talking about this when we were actually watching the video, was that they only portray the negative media. Basically, they don't really give you the positive aspects of the news. It's all just to get ultimately the ratings, and that's why I think why it's portrayed so negatively and it causes violence like this, because the only thing that you see on the news is bad. So if you're glued to the television or you have a low package plan where you don't get a lot of channels, you're forced to watch the news, which is all just negative media.
Yeah, I think if there was definitely a lot more positive media, you would definitely be a lot more, like, less scared to, like, go out in the world.
Yeah, because you wouldn't get that much exposure through it. And even the same thing, like a few people said when we were watching the other people's videos, they were even video game examples where like Grand Theft Auto or like any inappropriate game like that, but that kind of, I think, balances the violence because it's not like real world issues.
Nick and I play hockey, and I think that's a positive
normality to violence.
Yeah, it's a positive release of any kind of stress and.
It's a violent sport, but it's not intended. It's not intended for anything further than just the way the sport is, and I think that's a big point to bring up, definitely.
I think one of the crazy things about the video was when it said one in 4 Americans said they like wouldn't live next to like a Muslim or whatever, which is, I think that's all based off media, how they portray Arabians or Muslims, which.
And I was going to say that too, because once again with the negative news media, it kind of leads to all those stereotypical assumptions that people make about different ethnicities.
Well, not even just the media. They brought up the different movies all have Muslim, any kind of terroristic thing. It's usually Muslims.
Yeah, and that'll definitely scare people and make them not want to do stuff.
Yeah.
Did anybody agree with the fact that the media and all that incites violence, I guess?
I think it does in a way, but...
Yeah, I can see where it comes from, but...
I tend to disagree, but I don't know.
Well, that's all we have to really say.
Wraps it up,
But go Birds!
Go Birds.
Thank you for watching, and go Birds.